Why, hello. Didn't see you there.
My name is Noah Edwards, and today we'll be talking about bycatch, specifically some of the four main problems facing modern bycatch research and analysis. But first, we'll start off by defining what is bycatch. Bycatch is defined as the unintentional capture of non-target species during fishing activities. It is essentially when an animal that was not meant to be caught is ensnared in some sort of fishing contraption. An example of this is a sea turtle being caught in a trawling net meant to scoop up commercial loads of fish to be sold by the fishery. This specifically would be considered megafauna bycatch, as it involves the capture of marine mammals, sharks, rays, seabirds, and sea turtles. This issue is extremely widespread and much more of a severe problem than it may seem. For example, bycatch is the largest contributing threat to the extinction of vaquita, Amsterdam albatross, leatherback sea turtles, and the dugong. One of the main problems facing bycatch research is the fact that bycatch itself is relatively rare and underreported. Sometimes, especially in more artisanal and less regulated fisheries, bycatch is never reported unless there's a scientific observer aboard. So there are large gaps in data surrounding just about every factor of bycatch. Thankfully, modern multidisciplinary approaches are helping change this. Statistics models, specifically Bayesian hierarchical models, have been used to fill in this gap and make smooth bycatch rates, which gives scientists a better understanding of what's going on that is not reported. These models use relationships between animal movement, sea surface temperatures, chlorophyll, geostrophic currents, and other ocean, fishery, or gear characteristics, and bycatch to make these predictions. An example of this is the NOAA-led Turtle Watch, which creates weekly maps based on this information that show the areas around Hawaii where bycatch is most likely to occur. In regions with very little bycatch data, such as the Indian Ocean, new interview protocols are also currently being used to get a better understanding of what bycatch looks like in these regions. The biological effect of bycatch is also extremely hard to measure. This issue is not black and white at all, and there's a huge gray area. Every animal that is caught experiences a different level of physical harm and mental distress, and figuring out how that individual's experience affects its life and the overall health of its populations and ecosystem is a hard thing to do. Studying life history, demographics, population connectivity, and trophic and other ecological relationships can help scientists create more statistical models to estimate how bycatch affects megafauna. Societal issues are also a big problem in the study and mitigation of bycatch. Oftentimes, small artisanal fisheries that do not have the resources that commercial ones do think that it requires a lot of gear, regulation, and reporting to minimize their bycatch impact. For a lot of less well-developed and less regulated areas, putting in the extra resources and starting to report bycatch just does not seem worthwhile. Scientists are working on changing this by taking into account the culture, demographics, traditions, societal structures, economic prosperity, and more in these regions. By facilitating dialogue with stakeholders, fishers, managers, and communities, scientists hope to throttle bycatch rates. In the future, bycatch mitigation efforts will be truly multidisciplinary. Work between statisticians making models, scientists collecting data, psychologists creating interview techniques, sociologists considering regional differences, and engineers creating new gear will all help in greatly reducing global bycatch rates. Current techniques are working and have come a long way, but recent progress has truly shown the potential in making real progress in the field. In this video, we learned about these four concepts and what is currently being done and what the future looks like for bycatch research and mitigation. I'm Noah Edwards, and I hope you enjoyed.